So here the session is going to deal with Erlenmeyer as lactone and amino acid synthesis. Erlenmeyer as lactone amino acid synthesis is the part of organic named reactions. So we already conducted series of sessions based on organic named reactions earlier, and even various segments of chemistry topics already discussed regarding that academics based, research based, competitive examination based, 10th class chemistry, intermediate chemistry, graduation chemistry, engineering chemistry, environmental chemistry, post graduation chemistry, MSc chemistry, all these topics in the form of content, in the form of competitive examination purview, and even for the research concepts for the scientists, scholars, and the kind of academic professionals. All those topics you can search, you can capture from the channel World of Conceptual and Competitive Chemistry. Right, so this Erlenmeyer as lactone and amino acid synthesis concept was taken from textbook of organic named reactions authored by Dr. Kavita Kothireddy Kota. Definition of Erlenmeyer as lactone synthesis was provided. Erlenmeyer as lactone synthesis is a classical organic reaction. It will be where condensation process accomplished between alpha amino acid with aromatic aldehyde taken place, and acetic anhydride also taken for this condensation process, and the final product will be as lactone. As lactone will be synthesized, which is IUPAC nomenclature designated as oxazolone. Oxazolone is the IUPAC nomenclature, as lactone is commonly mentioned name. This is called Erlenmeyer as lactone synthesis. Erlenmeyer is the scientist who first introduced this as Erlenmeyer as lactone synthesis, right? It is widely used in the synthesis of alpha beta unsaturated amino acids, and even peptide manufacturing is possible. In order to understand this reaction, so one could be aldehyde, in either must be alpha amino acid, acetic anhydride, 3-component reaction. It will be multi-component reaction. You can designate under green chemistry protocols. Ultimately, as lactone could be the final product by the condensation process. So in order to understand the reaction well, first of all, let me treat this kind of molecule where you already had aldehyde with alpha amino acid. Both molecules got reacted together. Later on, acetic anhydride is supposed to be added. Acetic anhydride, when treated with this one, this acetic anhydride go for the reaction, and here the cyclization taken place between the molecule. Ultimately, as lactone will be achieved. So this is the one go for the reaction with benzaldehyde one more time, and here wherever you have free CH2 functionality, so this CH2 functionality will go for this condensation process. This is the active methylene carbonate simply condensed with benzaldehyde molecule, and further go for phosphorus HI. So this is the kind of reduction process. So phosphorus HI is treated over there. The molecule will go for the ring opening reaction. Finally, NH2COOH, alpha amino acid molecule is generated. So here alpha amino acid whichever generated is the kind of higher alpha amino acid generated. Already we have alpha amino acid here, but after the complete reaction, the molecule whichever generated is higher alpha amino acid. In order to understand the reaction well, here we provided the entire process for this one. So starting material could be, so N-acetyl alpha amino acid was taken. With respect to this carboxylic acid, so here the alpha position having amino, alpha amino carboxylic acid is the precursor for protein manufacturing, polypeptide chains. So this will be the starting material. Acetic anhydride when treated, ring closure reaction taken, there is the formation of cyclic lactone. Now you can treat with a ketonic compound. Whenever ketone is treated with this, Here is the active methylene ring. This active methylene part will go for the reaction with this one. There is the attachment by condensation process. Later you can do hydrolysis. Whenever hydrolysis is conducted over there, ring opening reaction is accomplished. Ring opening keto carboxylic acid originated. Later you may hydrolyze the molecule. Subsequent keto carboxylic acid and amide formation taken place, or else the ring opened molecule will go for hydrogen reduction. Whenever reduction taken over there, the double bond will go for the reduction process, and ultimately there is a formation of alpha amino acid. So alpha amino acid taken place. So this is the way the Erlenmeyer-Aslakton synthesis is taken. So mechanism of the reaction, if you want to understand the mechanism of the reaction in the well manner, activation of amino acid is required. Whenever amino acid, here is the amino acid. That amino acid reacts with acetic anhydride forming N-acetyl derivative. Here you can notice N-acetyl derivative of alpha amino acid. This is the activated compound. That activated compound, Aslakton formation is the most important step. This is only the requisite our focus upon this reaction. Oxazolone. Oxazolone means what? Oxa, aza, lone. Means this is the one Aslakton synthesis where you are having oxygen nitrogen together in the ring system, and here the ketone located upon the ring system. Up to this only Aslakton synthesis finished. Later we will go for what reaction? Synthesis of higher amino acids are possible. This is the extension of the reaction. So here is the initial condensation taken between amino acid with the aldehyde compound. Later reaction with acetic anhydride taken place. This is the Aslakton. This is only the requisite reaction for this Erlenmeyer-Aslakton synthesis. Later on you can extend the reaction. Ultimately you are achieving amino acid synthesis also. This is the step number 2. Step number 1 will be Aslakton. Step number 2 will be amino acid synthesis. Right? So step number 2 we got Aslakton, which is called oxazolone. Oxazolone further go for non-inaugural condensation reaction with aromatic aldehydes. So after that condensation, alpha beta unsaturated oxazolones will be generated. Hippuric acid, benzamide derivatives of glycine, cyclizes in the presence of acetic anhydride, 2-phenyl oxazolone formation taken place. These intermediate further go for condensation with benzaldehyde by non-inaugural condensation process. Acetic anhydride, sodium acetate to be treated, Aslakton will be originated, and upon reduction phenylalanine could be the final product. Ultimately alpha amino acid will be achieved in the final step. This is the way condensation further carried and alpha amino acid manufacturing taken place. So most important reaction, Aslakton, amino acid activated, Aslakton synthesized, again aldehyde condensed, and you will get higher amino acids over there. This is another example. This is already existing Aslakton. This is called Aslakton. Now you will synthesize. Starting with Aslakton, you are going to synthesize the kind of molecule which is called alpha amino acid. For that purpose, aldehyde is treated. What aldehyde will do? Aldehyde will go for the condensation over active methylene carbonate. Condensation whenever carried, there is a double bonded compound will be originated. Later you can do the hydrolysis. Whenever hydrolysis carried, this double bonded nitrogen becomes free NH2, and this is ester compound will become COOH. Now this is the way you can achieve amino acid finally. Aslakton converted into amino acid by hydrolysis process further. Up to this only condensation carried. If you want to observe the clear example pertaining with Aslakton synthesis and amino acid synthesis, I am taking benzaldehyde derivative. When benzaldehyde derivative is treated with N-acetyl alpha amino acid, this is glycine. N-acetyl glycine is treated over there. Again you can notice this is the acetic anhydride. These three important. One is aldehyde, another is amino acid, another is acetic anhydride. These three important for azlactone synthesis, right? So whenever these three are treated together in three component system, you will generate azlactone. After generating azlactone, this benzaldehyde molecule go for what reaction? So there is a condensation process. Here you can notice the condensation process, and subsequently you hydrolyze the molecule also. It opened like this. Here is the carboxylic acid, here is the amino functionality. There are multiple reactions taken within the single reaction vessel. This is the multi-component reaction. So in accordance with the green protocol, this is the process accomplished and open chain amino acid molecule got generated. Further you can go for a hydrogen palladium carbon reduction. If the reduction taken place, whichever side chain ether is there, subsequently transformed into hydroxyl functionality. We are not changing this N-acetyl group and this kind of ester functionality. Rather, double bond is totally disappeared because we are doing reduction, right? Reduction will go for the saturation of olefinic bond into alkane, saturated one, right? So here the further process, alkylase protease phosphate buffer is added at room temperature. So at that condition, what happens? Whichever side chain ester is there, that transformed into carboxylic acid. Here hydroxyl is there. Here we have acetyl group over there. N-acetyl group is there, that remains as such. That remains as such. Okay, this is the molecule generated. Now you can treat the molecule, treat this entire one with hydrochloric acid. Acid catalyzed hydrolysis. Whenever acid catalyzed hydrolysis is done, this N-acetyl group will be totally disappeared and it is converted into amino functionality. This is called deprotection. Acyl group will be totally disappeared, rather free amino carboxylic acid will be generated. This molecule generated one is called tyrosine. Tyrosine is the higher amino acid, right? So this is the way we synthesized azlactone and followed by amino acid as well, that is SLM tyrosine is the final product. Or else in addition to this one, there is another product S configurated is also combined with R configurated also. R configurated molecule may generated in addition to that one. So the tyrosine achieved S configurated and R configurated as well. So this is regarding what better application regarding Erlenmeyer azlactone followed by amino acid synthesis reaction, right? It is the best example, starting with benzaldehyde derivative, and here we have N-acylated alpha amino acid glycine, and both are treated. Already two components treated together. Here acetic anhydride is also taken, so that azlactone within the reaction synthesized and gone through this benzaldehyde condensation process followed by hydrolysis, giving rise to tyrosine as the final product. Here is another example pertaining with that Erlenmeyer azlactone synthesis. Here we have a C double bond NH. Here is the CH2COH. Again it is the glycine skeleton. Glycine is having benzoyl functionality. N-benzoyl glycine. If acetic anhydride is treated, what could be the product? Azlactone will be synthesized. This is only the requisite step for step number 2. Later, you can go for the reaction with benzaldehyde. Here benzaldehyde will go for the condensation, and you can open the ring system by hydrolysis process. You will get NH2C. Here the condensed product with benzaldehyde, here the COOH. That will be the ultimate amino acid. But up to this, it is the azlactone synthesis only. We started with N-benzoyl glycine and acetic anhydride treated with that one, and we obtained this azlactone as the final product. So here the important segment of the session, that is applications of Erlenmeyer azlactone synthesis. Peptide synthesis, proteins are manufactured by means of azlactone synthesis. Oxazolones are very key intermediates in the protein synthesis. We are manufacturing amino acid. Amino acid is the precursor for the peptide or protein synthesis. That's the reason why Erlenmeyer lactone is the most important reaction in the synthetic organic chemistry and even natural product chemistry. Synthesis of alpha, beta unsaturated amino acids are possible. Medicinal chemistry, so many medicines are manufactured by means of this kind of new invention of the reaction. Drug development will be accomplished. Non-natural amino acid will be manufactured within the laboratory by Erlenmeyer lactone synthesis. This is the way we discussed regarding this one. Entire Erlenmeyer lactone and amino acid synthesis completed successfully, and in the next session we will go for Eschweiler-Clark reaction. So Eschweiler-Clark reaction is the next session. Hopefully you enjoyed, you got the perfect knowledge regarding Erlenmeyer lactone and amino acid synthesis. You can subscribe the channel, watch regularly and share with your friends. Thank you friends, and I am signing off, Dr. Kavita Kottireddy Kota.